The student achievement domain for high schools and the district is calculated based on 3 areas: STAR end of course exams, college, career, and military readiness, and the graduation rate. The STAR and EOC component accounts for 40% of the student achievement domain. Performance in this component is based on how many students are approaching, meeting, and mastering grade level expectations on the STAR EOC. Each of the performance levels approaches, meets, and masters is weighted equally. Karen, can you help us with the math on this?
Okay, so let's take a look. After we get all of our numbers in from Midway ISD with all the subject areas and all the grade levels, we had 88% of our students at the approaches grade level, 66% at the meets, 35% at the master's grade level. So we're going to look at all these pieces and we're going to add them together. That gives us 189. Since all of these pieces are weighted equally, we're going to take this 189 and divide it by 3, and this gets us a 63 number. Now this is actually not our score for this component of Domain 1. TEA provides us a scaling tool. So once we've plugged this number into the scaling tool, this gives us a 91 for this part of Domain 1.
The next component measures the number of graduates who are college, career, or military ready based on several different indicators provided by the Texas Education Agency. This component also accounts for 40% of the student achievement domain. Back to Karen for the math.
Looking at our students that graduated in the class of 2017, we had 584 students. Looking at those group of students, 63% of them met the college, career, and military readiness on at least one indicator. So looking at this number, again, we're going to plug this into the scaling tool provided by TEA, and that gives us a 91 for this part of Domain 1.
The final component is graduation rate. Each school district and high school's graduation rate accounts for the final 20% of Domain 1. Karen, can you help us with that math?
So let's take a look again at our class of 2017. We had 99.8% of our students graduate. Again, when we plug it into the scaling tool provided by TEA, this number gives us a 95. It is very important to note this is the highest score that a school district or the high school can receive in this part of the domain.
Now that we have the 3 components, we can determine our Domain 1 letter grade. Remember, the STAR component counts for 40% of our letter grade. The college, career, and military readiness component also counts for 40% of our grade. And the final graduation rate component accounts for 20% of our overall letter grade. Our total Domain 1 score is a 91.8 or a 92. So Midway ISD earns a 92 or an A for Domain 1.